Sarah Pribis. We've been just talking about money and how much people are making on display. John Castro, I'm blown away. Bravo to you, that's awesome. Well, if you're here to make money, you can definitely do that because we've got trivia coming up in 15 minutes. A little bit less. What? China Thug has earned $481. Yes. Yes, that makes me so happy. I love it. All right, folks. See, this is what I'm talking about. You gotta stay and play. You know, you gotta meet the people. You gotta post the content. That's what it's about. Hang in there. You got this. You're in the right place. You're doing the right thing. You just gotta be patient. So, because you're here early, I'm gonna give away a trivia answer. I like to do that. So first we're gonna ask you to answer the question. If you get it right, you get a pat on the shoulder and the knowledge of knowing you got it right. And if you get it wrong, no harm, no foul. Now you get the right answer because I'm going to tell you the correct answer and then you're one step closer to winning trivia. China Thug, also shout out to you because I know you won trivia last night, so bravo. Anybody else in here win trivia last night? I love that. Okay, so let's get question 8 up here tonight and let's see if y'all can answer this question for me. What is the largest structure on Earth made by living organisms? Great Barrier Reef, the Great Wall of China, the Mariana Trench. You know this one, right? You do. I have faith in all of you. This is on my bucket list of places that I am going to get to 100%. Oh, I'm gonna travel here for sure. Speaking of travel, did y'all just see that cute commercial that we played with Avi Siskos? Because her travel show aired earlier today and we're gonna play it again after trivia tonight. So you should hang out and watch that. Yeah, Conectate y Explora. She's great. It's in Spanglish, so if you speak Spanish or if you speak English, you're gonna understand it. And she's a lot of fun. You get to see incredible interviews and travel content. So yeah. In the meantime, we're traveling through trivia right now. 76% of you, 75% of you tap the Great Barrier Reef. That is correct, friends. The Great Barrier Reef it is. That's it. Coral. Yes, we love it. Bravo. Definitely gonna get there. Has anybody been to the Great Barrier Reef? If so, shout yourselves out in the chat. I wanna know. You're living my dream. No, that's great, good for you. All right, if you're just joining us, folks. Oh, Lexi, thank you. Chico99 FB, you snorkeled it in 2009. That's what I'm talking about. I have my scuba license. I gotta go. Okay. Yes, see, Gummy Nuggets, you tune into the show. Now you don't even have to think about Q8. Free answer, you knew it. We do this every single night. Okay, the other thing we do every single night, aside from talk about display tips, is feature some of your content. We're gonna do that quickly when we come back. Well, everybody, first off, welcome to Display Trivia. And second off, happy December 1st. That's right, it is officially the first day of the last month of the year. Whew, where did the time go? It seems like just yesterday I was passed out on the couch with an empty tub of Ben & Jerry's in my lap while the ball dropped and the clock struck midnight. More like old lame sign, am I right? Wait, now that I think about it, that was last night and the ball that got dropped was all the work I was supposed to finish for today. Well, let's all strap in and see how this goes. But friends, that's all in the past. I'm focused on the here and now, the present. Oh, and also the presents, because Hanukkah started on Sunday and Christmas is now just 25 days away. Not that it's any of my business, but were you naughty or nice this year? Well, if you weren't all that good, you've got 25 days to turn it around. Not sure when Santa stops tallying those good deeds, but personally, I feel like you can never do too many. That's why I'm going to go ahead and get you all set up in trivia tonight so you can win big. Here goes. You'll have 10 seconds to answer 10 questions each. When the next question appears, choose carefully because once you tap, there's no going back. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and that you're holding your phone vertically. Once you win, those bad boys will appear in your display account if you're actively posting and have your display profile fully set up. And what better way to show Santa how great you've been this year by showing it all off on your display profile? It's the social that pays and the social that slays. You ready for a wild ride? Maybe a sleigh ride? 'Tis the season. It's time for display trivia. Question 1. Which of the following words contains a double letter? Bumper, bummer, bunker. Which of the following words contains a double letter? Bumper, bummer, bunker. Look closely. Maybe even do a double take. Always double check your answers. It's as true for display trivia now as it was for those number 2 pencil bubbles on the SAT. Bubbles? Now that's a double letter. Letter. Another one. Is it just me, or should the word double have just one extra B in there? I mean, it's kind of hypocritical of double to only have single letters, if you ask me. Double's all like, do what I say, not what I do. Hypocrisy? Such a bummer. Also a bummer? The answer. I hope you all are ready to double up on these winnings. Question 2. The bottom of a shoe is called what? The tongue, the eyes, the sole. The bottom of a shoe is called what? The tongue, the eyes, the sole. One body part I know for sure a shoe doesn't have, that would be the spine. Because those shoes, all they do is let you walk all over them. Come on, shoes, grow a backbone. Enough is enough. Rise up, take what's yours. Use your tongues and speak the truth. Shoes do have tongues, by the way, but they are remarkably silent. Unless, of course, they're stilettos. Those things just don't shut up. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. Some of us would like some rest around here, okay? No more dancing around the answer. The sole is the bottom of the shoe. Question 3. The Netflix series that follows the British royal family is called what? The Royals, the Crown, the Queen. The Netflix show. The Netflix show. Have you seen it, by the way? That follows the British royal family is called what? The Royals, the Crown, the Queen. God save the Queen. And God, while you're at it, would you please organize my Netflix queue now that I'm thinking about it? I started adding to that watch list in 2011. I mean, I had no idea we'd still be doing this 10 years later. What is Super Babies Baby Geniuses 2 doing in there? The worst was when I first got Netflix and started watching all kinds of indie movies that I couldn't find anywhere else just to feel intellectual. Newsflash, didn't work. I just started thinking that all modern movies should just jump back and forth between black and white and color. They shouldn't. The Crown is the acclaimed Netflix show that has starred actors like Claire Foy and Olivia Colman as Queen Elizabeth. Question 4. Females of all the following species are called cows except bear, elephant, blue whale. Females of all the following species are called cows except bear, elephant, blue whale. Of course, the most famous of all the cows is cattle. Cattle really put cows on the map. I'm not sure we would be nearly as familiar with cows if it weren't for the dairy cattle. I, for one, didn't even know that the cow was the female of the species. Like, for the longest time, I thought they were just all cows. If it had black spots, udders, gave me beef, cheese, ice cream, and leather, it was a cow. Other lesser-known cows include the sea cow, aka the manatee, but all the cows on this list are either elephants or whales. A female bear takes the same name as a female pig. The lady is itself. Question 5. The human hormone that regulates blood glucose levels is called cortisol, testosterone, insulin. The human hormone that regulates blood glucose levels is called cortisol, testosterone, insulin. Geez, hormones. I mean, I can't stand to work with them because they're such micromanagers. No, really. They manage a whole slew of microscopic chemical processes going on in your body at any given time. Thanks, but no thanks, melatonin. I mean, I can get to sleep without you looking over my shoulder. Thank you very much. Actually, please, don't anyone look over my shoulder as I sleep. That is very creepy. How did you get into my room? Oh, my body naturally produces you? Okay, all right, good talk. Melatonin is a hormone that regulates sleep, and insulin is the hormone made by the pancreas that regulates sugar in the blood. Okay, hormones, I'm sorry for what I said. We would be lost without you. Question 6. This ingredient turns a croque monsieur sandwich into a croque madame. Cheese, mayonnaise, egg. This ingredient turns a croque monsieur sandwich into a croque madame. Cheese, mayonnaise, egg. Sandwiches are the menu items that always have the best names. Croque monsieur and madame both literally mean Mr. and Mrs. Crunch, respectively. I wonder if they have any relation at all to the captain. Other iconic sandwich names: Reuben. A dude so cool he doesn't even need a last name. Cuban. a whole nationality contained in one sandwich. And finally, BLT. Wow. I mean, just an acronym. Basically, the suave and sexy 007 of sandwiches. Croque monsieur becomes croque madame when an egg is added, proving yet again that women just get it. Question 7. Which of the following music artists does not have a self-titled album excluding compilations? Pink Floyd, Fleetwood Mac, The Beatles. Which of the following music artists does not have a self-titled album excluding compilations? Pink Floyd, Fleetwood Mac, The Beatles. The infamous self-titled album. I mean, how pretentious can you be, musicians? You know who you don't see self-titling? Authors. Could you imagine if War and Peace was just called Leo Tolstoy? I think the only people who can really get away with all the self-titling are fashion designers. Oh, who are you wearing? I think you mean... What am I wearing? This is a dress. This is a dress, and it came from Nordstrom? Fleetwood Mac has a self-titled album from 1975, and the Beatles' self-titled album, usually known as the White Album, was released in 1968. Pink Floyd is the only band on this list down to earth enough to not name an album after themselves. Question 8. What is the largest structure on Earth made by living organisms? The Great Barrier Reef, the Great Wall of China, the Mariana Trench. What is the largest structure on Earth made by living organisms? The Great Barrier Reef, the Great Wall of China, the Mariana Trench. Forget largest structure made by living organisms. This might just be the largest structure on Earth, period. No comma, period, full stop. It is so big that you can see it from space. Maybe next time I get a really bad zit on my forehead, I should just stand right next to this structure to full focus. But don't let me distract you or divide yours, because it's really the most valuable commodity that you have right now, your focus. Don't let me distract you with my ramblings, however fun they might be. The largest structure made by living organisms, larger than the Great Wall of China, is the Great Barrier Reef, which is over 100,000 square miles. Wow, for you, Coral. You go, Coral. Question 9. Chopin's Opus 64 No. 1, dedicated to Countess Delfina Potocka, goes by all of the following names except Minute Waltz, Flight of the Bumblebee, Waltz of the Puppy. Chopin's Opus 64 No. 1, dedicated to Countess Delfina Potocka, goes by all of the following names except Minute Waltz, Flight of the Bumblebee, Waltz of the Puppy. Okay, real talk. Classical music all sound the same to everyone else, or is that just me? Also, jazz. Like if I put jazz on in the background to study or get some work done, it all just sounds like one giant song that never ends. You could play the same song over and over again. I would never notice. Maybe that's why working with classical music, maybe that is why working with classical music makes you smarter, because you're actually noticing the differences in the songs. And in my opinion, only a truly smart person could do that. But Chopin's famous tune is not known as Flight of the Bumblebee, only as the Minute Waltz, or Valse du Petit Chien, or Waltz of the Puppy. The award for cutest classical song title goes to that one, obviously. And it's time for the final question. Question 10. If you're participating in an activity in which you must belay, what type of equipment are you least likely to use? Piton, carabiner, derailleur. If you're participating in an activity in which you must belay, what type of equipment are you least likely to use? Piton, carabiner, derailleur. I'm not going to be much help on this one because personally, I love activities that don't require any equipment, or really like any effort for that matter. Does napping count as a hobby? Don't answer that. Of course it does. If it passes the time, then it's a pastime. The only equipment I need for my favorite hobby? A pillow and a blanket, maybe a hammock if I'm outside between two trees, but really, I'm a simple woman. Less is more. But if you're ready to belay, you're probably using a carabiner and a piton to rock climb. A derailleur is the mechanism on the bike that helps shift gears. Well, look at you all, ascending new heights. Looks like you found a sturdy foothold. Maybe you pulled yourself up to the top. How is the view up there? Do be careful though, okay? You know what they say, the faster they climb, the harder they fall. So maybe just don't take your harness off just yet, right? Maybe don't belay, yeah. You came, you slayed, you displayed your knowledge, and now you are gonna get paid. And of course, you can always tune into our pre-show. You know this now, right? Weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You can learn about all the ways you can earn even more money in this app. That's not trivia, because spoiler alert, there's tons of ways to make money in this app. We'll see you again tomorrow for 10 fresh new questions. We can't reuse questions. Be serious, be careful. They're gonna be fresh and hot just for you to win $500. We'll see you tomorrow on display.